gonna use a brave volunteer. We're gonna use you.
Go for it.
All right, so come on up. So, for one, show me your sword fighting stance.
Alright guys, so Shaheen and I have arrived at Old Fort, what is it? Look at the, Old Fort Jackson, right here. And we're gonna see some history, or learn about more history.
To teach people how to fight, and to kind of get a sense of, okay, well, would have made sense back then. So let's imagine that we're all on the deck of a ship here. All right? And if you're on the deck of a ship, you think it's a good idea to have a gun like this on that boat?
Just in case.
You sure? You don't think it seems a little bit too big to be on the boat?
Probably, yeah.
Especially with all the ropes and the rigging and everything. It's just gonna get caught up every now and again. And let's just put a bayonet on it, you know, just to make it shorter, so to speak. It's just gonna get caught on anything. Imagine trying to get caught and then trying to defend yourself one of these. That's gonna be a big problem. So what you'll usually have is something called a musketoon. I don't have one to show y'all, but just to give a shorter version of this guy. Would have been a shorter version of it so that we would be able to actually shoot at the deck of a ship. And back in those days, you had to be able to fight on the deck of a boat. So for one, you also had to teach people how to fight. They would have had either, like, say, hatchets or axes to fight with them. Nice two-handed weapon. You also would have had a pistol as well. And back in those days, you would have probably had 1, 2, maybe 3 pistols. So you just grab one, shoot. Grab the other one, shoot. Got your last one, shoot. Now you have a nice club to deal with it. Give us some blunt force trauma while you're on the deck of the ship to try to defend yourself. And if you have, say, an extra weapon at hand, now you have 2 ways to try to defend yourself as well. But say you're on the boat, especially part of the Navy, you have to teach everyone how to fight with a sword, right? Because after a while, you're probably gonna link up with another ship. You're gonna fight for control of a ship as well. Because back in those days, it was more valuable for you to capture a ship than it was to sink one. So for one, everyone has to learn how to be able to use a blade, just like this. Now the good thing about this is that this is known as a cutlass, and it's pretty heavy, and you kind of need it to be. Reason being, you want to be able to cut off a limb with one strike, using one of these as well. But you also have to be able to teach a bunch of people as well. You think all these people growing up would learn how to fight with a sword? Actually, no. You would have people who been the son of a cooper, a guy who made barrels, a farmer, a blacksmith. They're all gonna know how to use a blade such as this, but you have to be able to teach a bunch of people on the boat how to, and you have to be able to do it pretty easily. So, I'm gonna use a brave volunteer. We're gonna use you.
Go for it.
All right, so come on up. So, for one, show me your sword fighting stance.
Sword fighting stance.
Yes. How would you stand with a sword? God, that is terrible. Let's do it again.
Again? Okay.
Trying to get
I was looking at my feet, so I have to do something with the way I stand, right? So. Okay.
So, we're gonna have a lot to teach you. All right. So for one, you're on the deck of a ship and you're gonna stand up straight on the boat with all those legs swinging. You ain't gonna be able to catch your feet. So yeah. So one, you're gonna have a wider stance. So, are you left or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Anybody here left-handed? All right. It's time for you to grow up right how you get right. All right. I don't have time to teach left-handed people how to do right-handed people things. Okay. I don't got time for that. So whether you like it or not, you're gonna learn to be ambidextrous, all right? Welcome to Earth. Anyway, but you're also gonna be able to learn how to stand and fight. So you're gonna mirror me. For one, bring your right foot forward. Said, oh good, you did. Now bring your left foot forward. Awesome. Now you're gonna switch your feet. Now bring your right foot back. Make like a T. And now squat a little bit. Yes. Now, do you feel a lot more balanced, a lot more centered?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're gonna fall as easy?
No.
Absolutely not, right? It's got a good stance. So, now that you have your stance nice and ready, you gotta be able to hold your sword. You think you're gonna defend yourself very well from down here? Or would you defend yourself with the sword across your body like this?
Cross my leg.
Why are you holding it? And follow my hands. You got to be able to learn how to strike. So normally if you're a part of the British Navy or say British infantry, you would have had a circle with lines across from it. And each line would have been dotted. And it would have taught soldiers, say like yourself, just very basic techniques, how to handle a sword. All right, because you got to be able to defend yourself. So these are going to be numbered off, all right, to make it nice and easy to learn. So strike 1, bring it from your right hand side down to your left side. Good. Strike 2 from the left, top left shoulder, down to your right. Good. Strike 3 is straight across your body from right to left. Strike 4, left to right. Strike 5 from your bottom right to your left shoulder. Strike 6 from your left leg up to your right shoulder. And strike 7, straight down. And strike 8, bring it in. Ha! You gotta make sure to step forward with your right foot. Ha! Good, they make a nice choice. And give that nice yell. Make me fear, ready? Strike 8. Ha! Good! But you guys gotta be able to learn how to defend yourself as well, right? No point learning offense if you don't have any defense. So, the way to defend yourself, bring your guard up, get into your stance. Good. So, block 1. It's going to be over to your left-hand side. Bring it over to your left. Block 2. Bring it over to your right. Block 3. Block 4. And that's how you would have been able to defend yourself. So now, we're going to see how we're going to put it all together. You think you got it? All right, here we go. All right. Let's see how don't get too tired. Remember to get in your position.
Okay.
All right, squats down low. There you go. Nice and easy. Now you're ready to swashbuckle. Ready? Strike 1. That's terrible. We'll try this again. Ready? Strike 1. Strike 2. Strike 3. Strike 4. Strike 5. Strike 6. Strike 7. My God, we're going to die. All right. Do we have to go over this again?
We might have to.
All right. So here we go. Ready? Strike 1. Strike 2. No, you got to follow my body. You got to mirror me. Here we go. Strike 2. Strike 3, straight across, right to left. Strike 4, left to right. Strike 5, bottom right, top left. Strike 6, bottom left, top right. Strike 7, straight up and down. Strike 8, stab. Good.
You forgot to
Yeah, good one. Good. That's good. All right, so now let's try to bring this all together again, all right?
Okay.
So I'm just going to yell to Lois. Get into your stance. By the way, are you starting to get a little bit tired?
No.
Good, all right, you're getting strong, awesome. Strike 1!
I was
You
ready.
can see, like practicing hours upon hours a day, what help you defend yourself as well. So turn around, face me. Let's see how well you're able to defend yourself with just the basic techniques, all right? Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you. I'm just going to
Use the blood side.
Yeah, use the 6, all right? Okay, ready? Ready to defend your back, but you got to be able to step forward. So, for one, there's a lot of different ways you would have been able to strike someone. Good. For one, you're taller. You do have an advantage. Your reach is a little bit longer as well. And the thing is, when you're swashbuckling, you got to try to bring everything together. You might want to put my face to where the sun's hitting my eye to try to get an advantage. And if you're stronger than me, you're going to try to bash my sword or whatever I have in my hand to where it gets back until you're finally able to get me. Or you can just come up close, grapple me, make me lose my weapon, push me down to the ground and stab me down. So let's see how well you learn it. So, into your stance. Strike 1. Strike 2. That's horrendous. You're killing me here.
This is 1, okay.
All right, so this is 1.
Yeah, 1.
This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. 8. Okay? All right. So strike 1. Strike 2. Horrendous. This man has learned nothing. How do you do it? But you can see how tough it is to try to learn this, right?
Oh yeah.
Imagine a bunch of other people as well. So you got to be able to have patience with them, be able to teach them hours in and die. And after a while, is your arm kind of getting tired swinging that thing left and right?
Here.
Absolutely. But I'm not ready to give this man a round of applause. You can see,
Good job.
the one, you need a lot of training with getting these weapons as well. You have to be able to hold your stance, be able to protect yourself. Fast. And the thing is, these fights are short, they're fast. All you need is one mistake and that's it. And by the way, you can also tell by the way they grip these swords, it's a bit different. There's a lot of ways. For one, you can also use this to kind of punch your way through as well. Use the strength, use every advantage you have with these weapons, especially when you're on the deck of a ship. And also, there's a good reason why they made the design of this grip like this. This is known as a pineapple. And the reason why they made it this way, what if your hand bleeds? Is it gonna get slippery?
Yeah.
What if you get sweaty or you're wet? It's gonna get slippery as well. So you have to be able to hold on tight to a blade like this to be able to defend yourself as well. You have to be able to shuffle your feet back and forth to maintain your position at all times as well. But say you're on the battlefield as well, you would have been able to use your bayonet. And you would have had different ways they would have been able to teach you how to fight with these bayonets on the battlefield. Because imagine this, when you're loading the gun during the Revolutionary War, let's pretend that this wall's the Americans. And let's pretend that wall right there, that's the British. That's how close the lines had to be in order to fight each other as well. You got to be able to learn 3 to 4 shots a minute with these guns. And then you also would have had people coming in close. So you would have had at least 2 to 3 volleys at each other. They would have fixed their bayonets and charged at each other. And usually it's the line whoever broke first. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure not a lot of people like to get stabbed with things either as well, especially with these bayonets. But if you're part of the British military, or say the Continentals on the Northerners come in, you got to be able to learn how to fight with these with and thrust. Be able to use the butt of the gun as well. Be able to defend yourself. They're trying to hold off with one of these weapons as well. But you can see how useful hand-to-hand combat would have been when operating one of these weapons. So what I'm going to do is teach one of you how they would have been able to fire one of these. Then we're going to run an experiment